that time, pick a story where in one of the decks or all of the decks could be a story or a message for you. But today, before I begin, I want to go ahead and do my shameless plug. Get used to it because I'm going to be plugging my book. But I have my Clarity Journal available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. I'll likely leave the links in the description box. You can also go to my website and click on a link and it will take you to it. It is like two separate versions. The one on Barnes & Noble is this one. The title is just slightly different, but it's the same thing. But it's a guidance journal. It has like, don't hate on me, y'all, did AI generated like tarot cards. It's still my idea, my creation. I had to tweak it. But you know, it's like images based off of Rider-Waite. And under every day you'll see like a tarot card, and then there'll be like a prompt question for you to answer, and you know, as it relates to each card. And then in the back I have like kind of like freestyle where you're gonna be able to kind of like you know, decide which tarot card you connect it to based on how your day went, and then you'll journal about it. So yeah, that is my shameless plug. It'll be back again later on. All right, so could your story or message be here in deck number 1? Or is it in deck number 2? Could your story or message be here? Or is it in deck number 3? Could your story or message be here in deck number 3? All right, so we will go ahead and begin starting with deck number 1. All right, we have the 7 of Wands, the King of Wands, we have the 4 of Wands, the 5 of Swords, the Star, overall energy, 5 of Cups, 5 of Wheel, and 9 of Wheels. Okay, so overall energies, I kind of feel like maybe you've been dealing with some sort of disappointment or regret. This could be current, or maybe it's, you know, in the past, but it seems that, you know, there's been energy kind of focused on things that you've lost, especially if you kind of like miss your independence in some way. Like something's been going on where maybe at first you felt financially independent, or you had more independence in regards to your space or your living situation. And now something has happened where maybe you don't have that anymore, or you lost some of your independence, you lost some of your finances. I kind of feel that you could be dealing with like a blow to the ego. I feel, especially when it comes to finances, I feel like people have been doing things just to get by. I feel that people have had to utilize things that they had to sustain or keep warm. Like, even though somebody might not necessarily be burning trash to keep warm, I still feel like maybe somebody has had to do something with the valuables that they had, maybe like pawning things or selling things. And in a sense, it's kind of like a waste because it's something that you value, but in order to sustain, you had to, you know, sell it or something. So you could be dealing with some sort of loss in that sense. Also could be like a lot of emotional turmoil that you've gone through, a lot of shoulda, woulda, coulda. Could be dealing with some kind of rejection or have been going through some kind of a breakup. And, you know, I just kind of feel like you had to deal with a lot of things in regards to the past. But it does look like, you know, you overcome the challenges and obstacles that maybe you've had to go through. I do feel that there's going to be a victory in your future if it hasn't happened already. I feel like you're also able to rise above all the negativity that you're dealing with or that you've had to deal with. I feel like you rose above it. You are going to have a sense of like accomplishment, or as if you've conquered your past. I feel too like you are in a position where maybe, you know, you have to protect yourself in a sense. Maybe you're standing up for your rights. Maybe you're protesting in some way. You could be defending your beliefs. So in a sense, maybe you will come off guarded or defensive. But, you know, I feel like you're having to protect yourself. Or it could be that someone is doing this for you. Someone is standing up for you or fighting for you. In a love situation, I feel that somebody could be pursued. Maybe you're being pursued by a fire sign. Yeah. If they're not a fire sign, they could just be someone who's just very assertive, very straightforward. I feel like somebody doesn't really have any fear. Could also be pursued by an Aquarius or someone that is at a distance. Now, also in a love situation, I feel that I feel like there's miscommunication in regards to how the two of you express your love to one another. There could be challenges in some way. I feel that someone is maybe coming off as distant. Something's going on where maybe the both of you go into protective mode. Maybe there's a fear of vulnerability when it comes to, you know, opening up, allowing yourself to be receptive or to fall in love. But I feel that even so, that energy might go away. I feel like at some point people will open up and be receptive to, you know, love or sharing feelings or emotions. It does look like at some point you become very transparent and very expressive about your feelings. It just looks like you're opening up. In fact, I feel like things kind of like progress. Something does start off where maybe you're on high defense, and then there is like the letdown of the guards. It's like eventually you find yourself being very open. And it doesn't just have to be a love situation, but it does look like eventually you're opening up. Something I was getting ready to say about. Now, I still feel like in regards to overcoming obstacles or having some sort of success or victory, I don't know, I just kind of feel that you're being guided or protected against your enemies. There's a strong possibility that even in your success, you know, you're always going to have enemies, but you'll still stay protected. There may be someone out there who is just, I don't know, not happy for you, or who, like, even though you're having like a lot of support, or like you're surrounded with supportive people, there may be someone out there who is still being kind of like a negative Nancy towards your success. And there is a possibility too that someone might apologize for their behavior towards you. Because I feel like someone has regrets. Something like someone may have come across the wrong way or harshly initially, and I feel like this person maybe feels bad for saying certain things that they said to you, and I feel like this person is going to open up or try to, you know, make amends with you, try to apologize for that. Yeah. But you seem as if you are feeling very uplifted after some sort of changes. And you've got like triple fives coming out. So usually those fives indicate some sort of change. But it's like difficult changes, or indicating that maybe you're fighting against change. It could also be that once you embrace the change is when things open up to you, or your path becomes cleared, or, you know, just easier to get through. Now, in regards to some sort of negativity, there is a possibility that someone has been trying to send you the evil eye, or cast some sort of negative spell over you, or try to block you from receiving your blessings. But I feel like you're going to overcome that. I feel like you are going to be victorious in this situation. And then again, just dealing with changes, I feel that you're going to be victorious when it comes to like having to deal with changes, difficult changes. You're going to get through it. There is someone who could be kind of obsessed with you. Yeah, there is a possibility that there is someone out there that is really obsessed with you. And especially if you're on social media, if you have some sort of a presence, I kind of feel like there is someone out there who they're following you. I don't feel like this is, you know, anything in a harmful way, but I do feel like there is someone who is just like mesmerized, or feels as if they are under a spell because they can't stop thinking about you. Now, the other thing I'm seeing too is that there's someone who might be trying to get your attention through metaphysical ways, but they can be obsessive with it or abusive with that ability, with trying to pry in on your life. Like maybe this person is trying to remote view, like you're always their subject matter, and they're always trying to practice their ability on you. Or maybe this person tries to manipulate your mind in some way from a distance and make you think of them or obsess over them. So there is a shadow side to that too. I might be getting the name Roland for somebody, or even ramen. I don't know if that's their name or if that's just what they eat all the time, but yeah. So also, if you've had to go through some sort of loss or failure, I kind of feel like something was a learning curve, or maybe you've been knocked down or things are taken away from you, and it's kind of like you're back at a starting point, or you're having to learn something all over again. It could be that your ego got crushed, and now you're kind of like taking on a new identity in a sense, because everything that you knew was taken from you. So it's like something in regards to developing this new ego or this new identity. Now, I feel like you also may have had to cut ties with someone, especially if they are a fire sign or Leo. Also, in regards to work or a coworker, it's possible that if you were working like a part-time job, like you let it go, or you're deciding that you need to let this go, like you don't want to do this anymore. And maybe there's also been a lot of combative energies or pettiness going on, like you've been in an environment that has not been very conducive. It's something about this environment has been just negative, and I feel like you're moving on from an environment that wasn't healthy. There could be miscommunication between you and a Capricorn, or you and a water sign, or you and an air sign. So again, I'm getting for a love situation that there's some sort of miscommunication between two people who care about each other, or people who are showing their love in a strange way, or even like pushing each other away or being distant. It's like, well, if you love me, then why are you pushing me away? I feel that someone is like they felt they were losing control of a situation, and this is their way of taking their power back, but it's like painful or it's hurting the other person. And then the other thing is that someone just does not want to allow themselves to be vulnerable. So they start doing things that are distant. Also, I feel that someone was under the influence. If someone's been treating you differently or mean or distant, I feel like it's because they have been under the influence of someone else's words. Someone else has been discouraging them from having a relationship with you or being friends with you, or getting close to you in any way. If you have been suffering from like a broken heart or anything, I feel that is, you're going through some sort of healing, or something is like a purification. I also feel that somebody had to release somebody because it's like, I'm giving you your freedom. Or it's kind of like that situation where, like, if you love them, you'll let them go. Something like that. I feel like maybe somebody was, this is a message for somebody that was involved with somebody who was unavailable, who was still in a relationship. I kind of feel like you had to let that person go, even though it hurt. And, or if this person was torn, or if something was too complicated, I feel like you let this person go so that they could, like, your hopes is that they'll have clarity and realize that you are the one for them. So I kind of feel like you had to release somebody so that they could get clarity, basically. You also may have had to release somebody for your sake so that you could heal. All right, so we are moving on to deck number 2. My guided journal gives a brief description of each tarot card, along with a reimagined image based on traditional decks. And each image has a prompt question to help you relate to the meaning and connect it to everyday life events, whether it be something mundane or metaphysical. Whether you're a journaling wizard or a novice, this journal will assist you in acknowledging and navigating patterns that you have as a first step to a self-analysis. This guide is a great tool to use alongside therapy as well. All right, you have the Four of Pentacles, the the Nine of Cups, the Four of Swords, the Page of Wands, the World, overall energy, Nine of Swords, King of Cups, and Three of Swords. All right, so I feel like somebody has been suffering from extreme anxiety attacks to the point where you feel like it's a heart attack. Maybe there's been a lot of heart palpitations. Yeah, I kind of feel like somebody has been suffering from extreme anxiety to the point where it's just like, oh my God, no, it's something else wrong with me. But it might really just be the anxiety. Of course, go to your physician, go to the hospital if you feel like it's some sort of medical emergency. But I kind of feel like somebody has been dealing with extreme anxiety. Feels like someone is wanting to hold on. Someone is like having a hard time letting go of something, or feeling like they can't live without something or do without something. If it's a breakup, it might be that. It's just like suffering and feeling like, oh, I can't live without this person. I can't breathe. I can't let them go. It could be something intense going on. If you're not feeling that way, it could be that somebody is going through this over you. But of course, that's only if that makes sense. Like you just broke up with somebody and maybe you knew this person was very intense or something like that. And so, yeah, but I do feel that somebody is really trying to hold on to something. I just keep feeling like someone doesn't want to let go. It almost does feel like someone is literally fighting for their life, or at least the life that they know. Maybe someone feels like this is my life. Feels kind of like something important or very intense is happening. It could be, you know, your foundation, your home, or your living situation that it feels like you're being ripped from. Yeah, it's almost like you're having to be pried away from something. You're like, I'm not giving up without a fight, or, you know, I'm gonna hold on, or this has to come with me. If, you know, I just really feel like you're not wanting to let go of something. But I feel like with the world, it is like trying to prepare you for some sort of change, or, you know, like this new chapter that you're going to be moving on to. You could potentially be stuck, or knowing that you need to move on or let go of something. And it's like the time is getting nearer, like you're maybe getting nervous, anticipating something that's getting ready to happen. I just feel like your world is getting ready to change. For some of you, it could be about a pregnancy, and you want so badly to hold on to, you know, you being single or not being a parent. And it's like holding on like, oh my God, like this baby is coming, and that means my whole life is about to change once the baby is here. Let me enjoy these last few moments as, you know, parentless or single, you know. So something's going on where, you know, I feel like you're trying to embrace that change. You know it's coming, but you're having a hard time letting go. There is also the possibility of a surgery. Someone might be nervous about an upcoming surgery. whether it's cosmetic or something has to be removed. But I kind of feel like somebody is nervous about it. Also, as a parent, if you are a parent and you have children that are growing up, there may be anxiety about losing your children, or like empty nest syndrome, like as they're going away and starting their own life or going off to college. I feel like as a parent, that might be something that you're really nervous about, and looks like you're trying to brace yourself mentally for that. Also, if your child isn't going away to college, maybe there's some sort of shared custody with you, and you're co-parenting, and the child is going away for the summer, and you're just kind of like nervous about it for whatever reason. It just kind of feels like you've grown very comfortable to something, and you don't want to let go of whatever is giving you this comfort or security. Seeing fours could be significant for you as well. I feel like that's talking about some sort of changes to your foundation. I feel like you're also needing to check the fourth house of your chart, because there could be some sort of clues or information in regards to what's getting ready to happen in your life, or it just feels like fourth house might be activated. Now, for some of you, it could be that you're trying to hold on to a job. Maybe you really need it, or you really need the money. I feel like whatever it is that you're trying to hold on to needs to be released. It's like you can't hold on to something anymore. You also might feel as if there's something blocking you, or it's like something that you're trying to push forward with, but it feels like you're being blocked. Now, something could be lifted, like if you're dealing with a lot of blockages, I feel like that block could be removed or lifted going into the late summer months. So somewhere between late June to late July. Now, you also might find yourself wanting to be left alone, or it's like you're isolating yourself. Maybe something's going on where you don't trust people, or you only want people that you trust close to you. Okay, I just see like someone being very guarded. Somebody does not want you to get close to them, or you don't want certain people to get close to you. Sometimes it seems too like maybe you feel better when you're alone or more at peace. Maybe something's happening where you're being pulled away from your alone time or your peace. Another thing I'm getting is that maybe someone is intentionally trying to stay away from you, but it keeps feeling like the universe is pulling you towards this person, or pulling you guys towards each other, even though this person doesn't want it. Like maybe they're having a hard time denying their feelings for you. It also kind of looks like someone is trying to set you up on either a blind date or trying to get you to know somebody and you don't want to. You're like, I don't want to. Like, why are you meddling in my love life? Like, I just want to be left alone. They're just like, no, you really need to meet so-and-so, or I really think you guys should talk. And I really feel like somebody is just like imposing this relationship or friendship on you. Somebody might feel like they're being dragged to go out on a date or something. If something is like a first date, I feel like somebody is like panicking and just like wanting to get out of there. Now, there could be a real issue in regards to someone's finances or health, though. I feel like a situation is temporary, but something about it just still feels very threatening. I don't know if someone is in a shelter or worried about going to a shelter or worried about not having a place to stay. Seems to like you're trying to figure out a solution, like you're trying to figure something out before time runs out, like you feel like time is running out and you need to hurry up and figure out a solution. And I feel like your resources, like maybe you feel like you're running out of resources. You're like, I don't know, like I've already done this, I don't have enough to do this. I do feel like it feels like somebody is in a crisis, like dealing with some sort of financial crisis or a living situation crisis. Something seems very critical. I feel like somebody is maybe having to use some kind of medication temporarily until something can be figured out. Somebody also could be going through some sort of withdrawals. Like if they're trying to get clean, this could be the energy of someone going through withdrawals. You could be feeling overwhelmed in your situation. In a love situation, somebody could be extremely nervous around you, or they can't stop thinking about you. But again, I feel like this is more of a situation where somebody is like unavailable. And I feel like somebody is trying to remain loyal to their partner. So they're having to ignore the other person. Let's say you're the other person. I feel like this person is keeping their distance because they're trying to fix their relationship. They feel like maybe their relationship is the stronger investment. And it's like, even though they're thinking about you, they're trying to focus on fixing that relationship. Also, someone may be feeling bound or restricted because of their child. Or if someone is having problems with their ex, there's a possibility that someone is trying to use the child as a weapon, or, you know, just using a child in some way. Now, you also might block somebody because you're trying to let them go or move on from them. The other thing I'm getting is that someone might be trying to block you from getting close to somebody. Something that is kind of like out of jealousy or competitive nature. So let's say you are getting to know somebody, you really like this person, but the energy is kind of stagnant. I kind of feel that there's a possibility that someone on their end is trying to prevent them from getting close to you. Usually like an ex, whether it be, you know, spell work or just some form of manipulation. I feel like there's some sort of blockage, like this person is trying to keep them away from you. I'm also getting the energy of a secret move. Someone is leaving or going away, but they're keeping it a secret. Yeah, I kind of feel like there are some sort of secret plans that someone has to go away or leave. In a child custody battle, it could be something whereas they're like, I'm taking my child with me and I'm not telling them where I'm going. Somebody might be trying to keep the child away. Or maybe someone feels that let's say it's you and your child, and you feel like the father of the child or the mother of the child would not approve of you taking them with you to a new city, and so you pack up and leave in secret, especially if there's no legal documentation about who gets custody. All right, so let's look at deck number 3. All right, you have the 7 of Wands, the 5 of Wands, the 10 of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the Devil. Oop, let's turn you over. We have the 9 of Swords, the 7 of Swords, and the Page of Wands. All right. So, overall energies, I feel like there is some kind of anxiety about something. Like, I don't know, maybe your spirit feels haunted. It just seems like you're overly anxious about something. You might feel like, you know, there's some sort of enemy out there or someone that is watching. I kind of feel like if you are an empath that like your intuition is going off, your spidey senses are going off. Something is maybe trying to warn you about some sort of heavy energies around you. Now, it also could be from a spiritual or metaphysical perspective that, you know, there is like a spirit around you, like you feel haunted. And you're just picking up on it. Maybe, you know, like you're getting goosebumps or chills. Or you start feeling like heart flutters, like your body is like trying to warn you or tell you of something. But I do feel that you're being protected. It also seems to like you have to set up boundaries for yourself. You can't allow certain energies to enter your space. So another thing, because I have like Devil coming out, I kind of feel like there is someone that could be feeding off of your energy, some sort of an energy vampire. I would pay attention if you start to feel very tired or exhausted all the time. There's a strong possibility that there's someone that is trying to feed off of your energy. Or if it's a spirit, same thing. I still feel like you need to protect your energy or clear your space. But this usually always represents victory over those sorts of things. So I do feel that you are going to come out the victor in a situation where you're competing or battling with negative energies. I feel that you're also establishing something for yourself, and whatever it is that you're doing requires like a lot of strength. It looks like you're building or creating something. You also might need to prepare to move. I feel like for some of you, you're having to pack up your things and you're going to a new location. And if you do, it seems like you're only taking, you know, the things that are of necessity. Now, it does kind of feel like there is some sort of a war coming. It might be a spiritual war or some sort of internal battle, but you're prepared for it. You also may have been put through certain things to strengthen you. Seems too like you're getting prepared for some sort of new beginning. You might get a job offer that is at a distance. If you do accept some sort of a new job offer, you might still feel like restricted, like you're bound by, you know, somebody else's rules or authority. Even if you do feel bound, it's like you're still setting boundaries for yourself. Like, even if you agree to something, you're like, I know this is part of the agreement, but I need to have this. Like, I can't give this up. And it's something that you're still going to end up fighting for. I don't feel like you're going to be 100% submissive to, you know, some sort of agreement. Any relationship that you're dealing with, whether it's romantic, platonic, a work relationship, I feel that there is something karmic attached to it. Or even if this is you dealing with your own inner demons, like you're not dealing with anyone, you're completely alone, then it's still you having to do some sort of shadow work. And it's kind of like you're at war with your own personal demons. In a love relationship, I feel that you're going to be consumed by somebody. There's going to be some sort of obsessive relationship, something kind of unhealthy. You're dealing with both pleasure and pain. It's like knowing what you're involved in, but you're just kind of like accepting the consequences. You're like, I'll take it. Like, I know what the consequences are, but I just want this so bad. And I feel like you're going to allow yourself to be consumed by your desires. In fact, it almost looks like maybe you felt something coming, or you knew a situation was coming and you tried to prepare for it. And it is kind of like you prepare for it the best that you can, but you're still indulging in something that is likely taboo or forbidden. Another thing I'm seeing is that you are going to receive the things that you desire, your material desires. Anything that deals with, you know, Venetian things, material things, earthly things, I feel like you're going to get that. But at the same time, it's still kind of like, I know, but I want this so bad. Like, it still feels like you shouldn't, but you're like, but I want this so bad. So you go with it. Something is giving you security. So whatever it is that gives you security in life, I feel like you're going to receive it. I feel like you're also needing to focus on your root chakra, Like maybe your root chakra does need attention. Maybe it's been ignored or deprived for too long. So now that you're feeding the root chakra, it just kind of like starts to overconsume something because it's been restricted for so long. Now, a lot of times too, I see this as you being locked into any type of an agreement, especially some sort of a loan. So it could be that you agree to some sort of financial obligation and you're like, well, I took on this financial obligation, now I have to deal with the consequences. Career-wise, I feel that you might be establishing some sort of new foundation. Maybe you're starting a business, or maybe you're forming some sort of a group, or you're collaborating with someone. I feel like you're trying to protect yourself as you start something new. You're like, let me protect myself. It's like you're protecting yourself before you get into something that you know is a risk. Even if you're about to sleep with somebody, it's kind of like, I know this person's been with a lot of people, let me protect myself, but I want to be with them so bad. It's like you're still going into something, but you're trying to protect yourself as you go into it. And not saying that they have something, maybe they do, maybe they don't, but it's still kind of like, well, just in case, let me strap up, or let me, protect myself. You might grow suspicious of a Gemini. I'm also seeing you deciding to put yourself first. Something happens when it comes to making a decision and you were torn about something, you're going to protect yourself first or put yourself first. You could be dealing with competitive energies at work or in career. I'm also getting someone who might be envious. Either you are envious of a water sign or they are envious of you. And then again, I'm just kind of getting some sort of playful banter or friendly competition. Somebody might accuse you of something and it hurts your feelings or makes you feel bad. Or it's in reverse, like you accuse somebody of something and then they feel their feelings are hurt by it. I also just feel like there could be some sort of frustration between friends. I feel like your ego is also just being challenged, like you're adamant about something that you believe in, and then somebody else is adamant about what they believe in, and there's kind of like this conversation. It could be just a situation of two people having like a strong, not an argument, but a strong conversation. There's like these, like people are, their beliefs are clashing. Like you're trying not to be, you're trying to be humble, or you're trying to prove a point without putting someone down or something, and then they're trying to do the same thing. It just might be one of those situations where it's like agree to disagree. So I'm also kind of feeling like someone is wanting to live in an area where they're protected. So either there's a lot of security or it's like a gated community. But I feel like someone is wanting protection or needs protection. Now, it also could be that someone is going to witness protection, or that's where they went. Something like that. But I was getting something about witness protection as well. There's a possibility that someone is coming to visit or coming to stay with you. Especially if it's a family member. There could be conflict about this situation. Also, whatever struggle that you're dealing with or going through, it feels like the hardest part is at the end, or like you're at the end of the hardest part, and things are going to start getting easier. For some of you, I feel like you have been constricted or constrained in regards to your beliefs. And once you start thinking outside the box, it gives you clarity. I feel like someone is also afraid to let go Afraid to let go of what they know or what's familiar. Spiritually, I feel like someone has been trying to get your attention, or someone's been trying to give you some sort of guidance or tell you something, especially maybe as it pertains to your health. And again, going back to, I guess, like finances or something, I feel that someone is agreeing to something because they felt like they had no choice. Something about the way you make your money could be considered, you know, taboo, or just not really socially acceptable, including to someone who agrees to be like a kept woman or the side woman. I kind of feel like somebody goes into that agreement and they're just like, well, I did it for the money. I did it for security. All right, so yeah, that is all that I have for you guys. Hopefully some things resonated. Be sure to check out my website, TemajTarot.com. Be sure to check out my clarity journal. And thank you guys again for checking in.